Alright YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new video. Today's video, we are back taking a look at Star Wars Hunters. Now this is a game coming out next year for the mobile and Switch, which really we didn't know much about, but today they actually just dropped what they called the Welcome to the Arena cinematic trailer. And there's something that I'm going to talk about in this video that actually has me really excited for this game that I don't think anyone's really kind of picked up on yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the brand new trailer together, and then afterwards I'm going to give you kind of my thoughts and opinions, and also what about this game specifically has me super excited for the launch. So with that said, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because I will be covering Star Wars Hunters and there will be plenty more Star Wars content coming in the future. We've just had the KOTOR release, or the announcement for the release coming in the future, and then obviously a whole bunch of other Star Wars games in the works behind the scenes. So if you're into Star Wars games or you're just into Star Wars in general, make sure you're subscribed. And if you are already subscribed, make sure you have the notification bell on and hit a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. But we'll get to my points in a minute. Let's watch the trailer together. I love this character. I just want to say, this chick, she looks sick.
You'll have to do better than that.
It's all yours, Graz.
So obviously a lot of these characters we've already kind of seen in previous, the early teaser that we got.
I can handle this, Sentinel.
Think again.
I love this Mandalorian character too. He looks sick. In the droid Jedi. Is that even possible? Can droids use the Force? Is that a thing? That's definitely not a thing. But it's creative.
Looks like we do this together.
Let's show 'em what we got.
He's piloting a droidica.
Targets acquired.
There's your Han Solo type character. Honestly, this end scene looks awesome.
Fantastic. What a great night, Alex.
I'm on a winning streak here. Do not let me down.
You must be going for my record.
And now, here are today's combatants.
This ought to be good.
Alright, so there we have it. That was the trailer that released this morning, obviously coming in 2022. There are a few things I want to touch on that I'm excited for. The big thing, and this is the thing that kind of nobody is talking about at the moment, with this trailer specifically, I feel like with the characters that they've shown off already and potential future characters, they can do something similar, and there's a formula that video games use sometimes where they create backstories behind characters with cinematic trailers like this. So you get attached to certain characters, you want to know their history, you want to know their backstory. And I think through storytelling, games become that much deeper. You look at the likes of the characters in Apex Legends, all of them have their own really interesting backstory. You look at Overwatch, it's the same thing. They have really interesting backstories. Two really great examples of where this has been successful in the past. And I know Hunters is only going to be on Switch and mobile, but I don't see why they couldn't potentially put it on PC at some point. And maybe if it's even popular enough to get a console release in the future. But this shows that there is potential for character development within the game itself. And one of the other points that I really wanted to touch on in this video is, if you haven't seen, the Star Wars Hunters website did get updated just recently, and I'll move my camera here so that you guys can actually see it. But basically, if we read this game overview section, the final part of it says engage in thrilling third-person combat. We're used to third person from Battlefront 2, but it also says mix and match your teams, use skill, tactics, and customize your character to find a winning strategy and reap the spoils of victory in this all new free-to-play game. customize your character is the bit in that section that stood out to me specifically. And the second time I watched the trailer through, this is obviously like the third time I've watched it now, but there, if you look at these characters, there's definitely going to be opportunity for customization. Like if we just even run through these characters at the end here, obviously these two characters here, I don't know how much customization you're going to be able to do in terms of maybe lightsaber color. But the thing is, the customization sounds like it's going to be directly affecting the game. If you look at this Wookiee character, he's got two ripped off what looks like droid limbs. So potentially you could swap them out in the customization screen for something that's going to give you, you know, maybe gives you a damage boost, but you're slower moving around the map. You know, this sort of customization that you could potentially see. This guy with the droidica, obviously there's going to be customization options for someone in a droidica. This could be multi-fire, it could be one big pulse cannon type thing. You know, you could customize that to do almost anything you want. Again, this character obviously has a turret. You could pretty much set him up with a number of different weapons in this situation. I could imagine this character that I said, the Han Solo-esque character, obviously pulls straight out of DL44. So, you know, obviously her weapon's going to be customizable. The jetpack, I feel like, may be something that you're going to need to unlock with this Mandalorian character that we see. I believe his name was Aaron or Aaron. His blasters look quite unique as well, something like we haven't really seen before. Again, the little, if I move my camera here again, the little Jawa character, I'm sure he's going to have, we saw him with like grenades. Maybe there's like a customizable, you know, he can have flash grenades or stun grenades or something like that. I hope it's not stuns, because Call of Duty is just giving me all kinds of PTSD. But, you know, there are so many options for, you know, like a star card type class system or customization system where the gameplay is going to vary so much. It's not like your typical Overwatch arena style shooter. The game, if it's going to be customizable from a character to character perspective, it's going to give us so many more options of ways to play the game. And there's actually one more character that I wanted to touch on here at the end. This one right here. Obviously, you see this big, like, rocket on this character's shoulder, and, you know, I'm sure that could be customized. Maybe that's one really large, powerful one. Maybe you could customize it to be like 4 little ones that shoot off in different directions. The amount of variety that this gameplay can potentially have, if this is, if I'm reading into this correctly, and from the sounds of it, this is what they're going to do. Being able to customize each individual character on like a class basis to make it as fun as possible and as different as possible each time you play the game with these customizable characters. So that's what's got me literally the most excited. And, you know, the game is bright, it's vibrant, it's colorful. This original map that we see in the trailer looks incredible. It does say there's going to be a range of maps, so we're going to see more than just this one particular map. And I like the idea behind the like tournament setting that they've got, because if you think of games like Apex Legends, you think about the Apex games and the lore behind it, like I was saying with the storytelling, the games themselves have a history. So if this can kind of use that in any way, shape or form and create, you know, the Star Wars hunters into, you know, like some sort of arena story, the history of actually the games behind them themselves, you know, who's the champion, who's won so many times, who's the underdog, you know, how did the games originate, what was the story behind it, who was the first hunter, who's been around the longest. There's so much lore that you can build upon, and if there's anything the Star Wars universe can do and has literally zero shortage of, it is lore. And with brand new characters like these ones, you know, we've already seen like 10 or so different characters. You just keep adding characters later and later and later. You know, there's a newcomer that enters, brand new character drops in the game. They've got their own little story behind it. Everyone gets excited for that story. You do another one of these cinematic trailers, it builds hype again, and then you release the character into the game. So from a content creator's point of view, it just seems like limitless possibilities with this game. I do obviously wish it was not just on Switch and mobile. If they keep it to that, I will probably play it on the Switch. I just think playing on mobile is going to be a little bit difficult. But I definitely am more excited after seeing this cinematic trailer than I was previously. Just being able to watch, I guess, this sort of scene here where they all start to take each other on in the arena and actually have like you can see a multi-level fight going down. Like you've got one character behind my webcam up here in the top corner, like on the top platform. You've got the Mandalorian type character flying around with his jetpack. It looks like there's environmental explosions here from some canisters that were on the ground. You know, staircases that you can run up and move around in, and then obviously it pans out and you see the crowd just elevated up above, which is really, really cool as well. So I definitely think this game has a lot more potential than some people may think. From a relaxing, fun perspective, I think this is going to be really, really great for the casual player. But I also think if they were willing to put in a ranked mode into this, like some sweats could break out in this game. Like you could master a character and become so good at that character, and when you're in ranked, you're just untouchable. So I think in terms of longevity, that if they wanted it to last longer, put a ranked system in there. Again, I refer back to Apex Legends because that's what I've been playing the most of lately. A good, solid ranked system into this game would definitely be a great quality of life change that I think that they could add to this to make it last a bit longer. But they're kind of my thoughts on Hunters so far. I'm super excited. Like this trailer, like I said, has got me more excited than I was before. I hope you guys feel the same way. If you do, let me know down in the comments below. And if you're not, let me know what they would have to do for this game to get you excited. Would they have to bring it to console? Would they have to make it available on PC? You know, do they just have to change the format of the game? I don't know. But you guys let me know down in the comments what you think, because I personally am really excited for this game. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little, I guess, trailer breakdown, as well as, you know, my thoughts and my opinions on Hunters so far. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys with more Star Wars Hunters content in the future.